Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is not YouTube. Let's go again. Hi guys, welcome back to my Instagram TV. It's your girl Mame, aka Yaa Oheema, aka what? Dr. Benko, and I am back with another video as promised. This will be my top 4 tips on how to stay motivated and tips I use to handle a 6-year degree because honey, you need motivation to get through that. So stay tuned and I'll be providing you with my top 4 tips. My first tip is to have a why. Have a reason as to why you want to achieve the dream you want to achieve. You know, is it because of money, you want more money? Is it because you want to make your parents proud? Is it because you want a better life? You need to have a reason that is going to wake you up every morning. You need to have a reason that's going to let you work towards your dream, even if your circumstances don't allow you, even if your emotions don't allow you. Your why should be the reason why you wake up every morning. As soon as you open your eyes, you should be ready to achieve that dream because you know what you want the impact to be. So for me, my why, as I said, you've seen in my post, was the promise I made to my father. I told him I may want to be a doctor in the future. My why was the fact that he unfortunately passed away, remembering that his daughter may have wanted to be a doctor. That was the reason that kept me going. That was the reason that kept me pushing through all the obstacles, through, 6-hour study periods, 8-hour study periods, because I knew that wherever my father was, that was the last thing I told him, and that's the thing I needed to achieve. That's not to say that your why may not change over the course of your life. So my why has always remained me making that promise to my father. But over time, as situations change, as you know, sometimes he wasn't always in the forefront of my mind, which is the honest truth. It then became my mum. Seeing my mum go to work for 10 hours a day, busting her ass as a housekeeper, that became my why. That became the why at the forefront of my mind. I need to achieve this goal because my mum is breaking her back, doing a job she's more than qualified to do just so I have an education. 3 weeks before my finals, my why was changed and modified a little bit. I unfortunately lost one of my very good friends, older brothers, Jaffet Roberts, who a few days before he died, he said, "How is school doing? You know, I'm going to try and get better to come and see you. We're going to be at your graduation." And 2 days later, when he passed away, I was broken. But that then gave me even more motivation to achieve that dream. Because he then passed away knowing that in a few months or a few weeks to come, I will be becoming a doctor. So my why was the reason that kept me going. When things were really hard, when I was really tired, when I was doing an 8-hour study session and it reached 5 hours and I was just like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I remembered my reason why. I remembered the one reason why I wanted to achieve what I wanted to achieve. Those were the promises I made to the people I love, the effort they've put in, and also the impact I wanted to make. I knew that I wanted to spend the rest of my life helping and caring for people. With my knowledge, I wanted to combine my love for science and my compassion together to help people. Yeah, I knew I wanted to make that impact in people's lives. So whenever I was studying, as well as the thought of Jaffet, as well as the thought of my mum, as well as the thought of my dad, I also thought, okay, I said I was going to stop revising at 9 o'clock, it's 7 o'clock now, I'm feeling kind of tired. And then things come into my head. So, okay, mummy, say you're presented with a patient presenting with weakness in their right arm or weakness in their left leg, how are you going to manage it? And I'm just like, I don't know, I haven't done neurology yet. And that keeps me going because I know I want to be the person to recognize these things and to make those lasting impacts in people's lives. Sometimes with education, recognize that you're not just studying to pass an exam. You are studying to save someone's life. You are studying to make an impact. You are studying to check people's accounts. You are studying to, create different things that will affect the economy or, create content for people. So you also need to recognize that your goals are there to be achieved irrespective of how you feel, irrespective of the circumstances. Yes, coronavirus has happened. Yes, universities may have adapted the way they're doing exams, but you still need to pass that exam in order to achieve the goal you want to achieve. You still need to fill out that form in order to achieve the goal you want to achieve, irrespective of how you are feeling as well. Yes, I am feeling tired, but I told myself I'm going to stop studying at 10, and that is when I'm going to stop studying. Yes, I may need a 15-minute break in order to recoup, but I need to get back into it, because the more I delay putting in the work to get my goals, the longer it will take for me to achieve my goals. You need to work with all these things in your mind. So you need to remember your why. Why am I doing this? Sometimes it's beyond you. Sometimes it's the impact you want to make. Sometimes I'm a Christian, so I know God has placed something in my heart, and it's up to me in order to execute it. You know, I need to recognize that even though, you know, student finance said they didn't want to give me money, even though I may feel really low in mood and really stressed right now, I still need to achieve this goal. Yes, sometimes I'm going to take 2 days off, you know, and just be sad and mope about and watch Netflix. But when I wake up the next day, I am going to do what I can to achieve that goal. So yeah, that is my first tip, having a reason why. My second tip is to write down your goals. If you're a visual person, create a mood board. In order to see it, you're creating accountability for yourself. You are visualizing what you want to achieve. Every single year, I create a mood board, which I'll show you right now, which will allow me to visualize all the things I want to achieve for that year, and also create small strategies or small mini goals in which I can achieve in order to create that bigger picture. So let's say, okay, my end goal is I want to be a doctor. I know that if I'm in first year, I need to pass first, second, third, fourth and fifth. Okay, that's a medium-term goal, let's say. A short-term goal is, okay, I have coursework. I need to do this coursework so I can be passed and be sent an exam invitation in order to do the exam, and then in order to be a doctor. So even by breaking your goals down into digestible little goals, it all works towards the bigger picture. You're able to visualize it. What you see is what you think about, is what you will materialize. Do you understand what I mean? I'm a Christian, and in the Bible in Habakkuk it says, write the vision and make it plain. There's something so powerful about getting the thought and idea from your mind to paper, or from your mind to a screen. It already shows you that you're able to achieve it. When you think of something, you can execute it, and you use that same energy and that same confidence in order to execute it in real life. So when you have your visions written down, whenever you're not feeling it, even you can print it out and place it in different places in your house. You can put it in your bathroom, you could put it in your bedroom, you could just put it downstairs. You're remembering, this is the goal I want to achieve. Sometimes you just need that daily reminder. Sometimes even if it's not, you know, even if you're on the way to achieving your goal, sometimes look back. Look at your old vision boards. Look at where you've come from. And what should motivate you is the fact that you're even closer to your dreams than you were a year ago. You know, write down, reflect sometimes. Go back to your mood board. Tick off the things that you have achieved. And these are all things that will give you that motivation in order to achieve your goals and to stay motivated. For example, when it got to final year, I was just like, oh my God, like this is too much, I'm too tired, I've been studying for so long, like I'm not smart, I'm not going to do it. But then actually, it just took me a moment. I went back to my vision board and I saw make it to final year. I saw pass my prescribing exam. I saw get into the hospital I wanted to work at. And by looking at that, it gave me even more motivation, because I knew that if I had achieved those goals, then this little goal that I needed to put just a bit more was nothing. I had done it before, so I was going to do it again. And I was only able to recognize that by having the vision and making it clear. So another thing that gives me motivation is having role models and making sure that the people I'm following on social media, or the people in my circle or my mentors, are in the field that I want to be in. As I said earlier on, there's something about representation, whether it's visual, whether it's, you know, by the people you speak to, so auditory, that does a lot. It's something that can tell you that you too are able to achieve it, especially people that come from a similar background to you. Before, my feed was full of Shade Room, it was full of Instagram TV, it was full of just so many things, Instagram radio, people twerking, memes, but I realized that wasn't inspiring me to be better. That I wasn't looking at, you know, people who were my colour, who had become doctors. I wasn't looking at people who were content creating or motivating. And I know for someone who wanted to be in that position, I needed to see that it could be done. So for the moments in which I don't believe in myself, I go on Instagram and I'm just like, wow, another beautiful black woman's become a doctor. Wow, another person sharing their story. You need to be careful what you let into your eyes. Your eyes, they say, is the gateway to your soul. It's the gateway to your subconscious. By always putting, or by always seeing people that are motivating you, you don't know what that does for yourself. It improves your self-belief, it improves your confidence, it allows you to realize that you can achieve anything you put your mind towards because they did. They've done it before. They've been through all the obstacles you've been through. You can even go further and reach out to those people and ask them how they've done it. But by seeing it every day, it becomes a reality, it becomes your norm. It is no longer seen as an obstacle, but it's seen as your right because someone like you has done it already. So my last and final tip is to have accountability partners. What is accountability partners, do I hear you asking? Yeah, I'm sure someone asked that. Is people who you tell your visions to. So every morning, as I said before, I wake up at 6:50 like a mad woman on my free time, during my free time, in order to do Insanity. And I'm doing Insanity because I know I feel better physically and emotionally when I'm a lot slimmer. I know that by pushing and training my mind, I know that I'm able to then use that same attitude and vim, and I have that resilience in order to achieve anything I want to achieve. So whenever it gets to 6 o'clock, I know my boyfriend's about to call me, and there's some days when I'm just like, oh, nah man, I'm just going to turn my phone off or put it on silence. But there's something about having gone through this journey with him, my brother, his sister's girlfriend, that keeps me wanting to achieve my goal. So on the days when I'm not feeling it, and I don't feel it on a regular basis, like 4 out of 7 times, I know that I have told my vision to these people, and these people are going to hold me accountable. So when I'm not feeling it, they'll be like, come on, let's go. You feel better afterwards. Keep pushing. They give you that extrinsic motivation in order to keep going. When something has left your mouth, you know, when you've told someone this is what I want to achieve, remember that you have said that. And also tell those people to always, you know, remind you of what you have said. Sometimes we need that daily reminder. Sometimes we need those people to be accountable to, that will help us, you know, push when things get challenging and we forget ourselves. But because I am doing it with people, but because I've told people my body goals, when I am not feeling it, instead of them saying, oh yes, sleep, take the day off, they're like, no, because your goals are there to be achieved irrespective of how you feel. So when you forget that, they remember it and they keep you motivated. So yeah, this was a quick video as to how I kept motivated just during life. Remember that sometimes it's okay to be demotivated. Sometimes it's okay to have a day off. Sometimes it's okay to be tired and just not feel it. Just the only problem that comes is when that you let those days become frequent, is when you wallow in those days. Sometimes you take a day off and the next morning you come back bigger, stronger and better. So yeah, those are my top tips as to how to stay motivated. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next video.